Hi everyone, it's your girl Mandisa Boxill, General Manager of 54 Below, and welcome back to Barside Chats. Today I have someone very special with me. You've seen her on the Broadway stage, you've seen her on stage right here at 54 Below, but today she's going to be making a drink with me behind the bar, and it's Ewoldt.
Hello, yay!
I'm so excited. So, Ali,
Yes.
We're going to be making the 54 Below Manhattan, which is very special because it's the only drink that's been on our menu since the day we opened. It's the most popular cocktail on our menu. But there's a twist.
Ooh.
I'm going to be asking you questions from our audience, for your fans at home. So, let's get started. First things first for the Manhattan, we have some Michter's rye.
Yum.
Michter's is a great quality rye that we use. Usually Manhattans are made with bourbon. We use rye. You're gonna put 2 ounces. So just fill that up all the way to the top.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend like I have skills.
You too, you're doing good.
Thank you.
All right, and just pour that into your mixing tin. And next we're gonna add some sweet vermouth. We're gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth. So if you look on the other side, yes, there are measurements. You're just gonna fill it up to that line that says 3/4. And now I'm gonna ask you a question. So first question comes from Donna, and it's, have you played your dream role yet? And if not, what is your dream role?
Oh, great question, Donna. Thank you. So my show here is called When You Wish Upon a Star, which, of course, references the Disney, but also very much references the wishes for dream roles. And I have been very, very fortunate to have played a number of my dream roles. Cosette in Les Miserables, Captain and the King and I, Christine and Phantom of the Opera, all on Broadway, really like top of the bucket lists from childhood always. But I've also gotten to play some kind of surprise dream roles. Amalia and She Loves Me. I just finished playing Guinevere in Camelot up in Barrington Stage. And I love these roles that kind of have expanded my understanding of what I'm capable of, expanded my skill sets. And then of course the dream roles are always, for a musical theater actor, getting to originate something in a new musical. So I've gotten to do a couple of those. In regional theater, I got to play the role of Yukne in my friend Jason Ma's Golden Mountain, which was this amazing musical about the Chinese workers who helped build the Central Pacific Railroad. So we did that in Utah a few years ago. And then last year I got to play a role in Darko Trezniak's brand new musical called Ask for the Moon. And in that one, speaking of surprise dreams, I played an opera singer who had to become a nurse. Which I joked, I'm Filipino, it's a very Filipino thing. But the bonus was, turns out she was a serial killer. So I love, something that's a little outside of the box.
Not a serial killer.
It was a delightful, a little bit of a spoiler when the show lives again, because it was hilarious, like slapstick hilarious. So I love getting to kind of expand my skills into these new things. So I'll throw out some more dreams of getting to do stuff like that.
You definitely have to come to the show, Donna, to see all the dream roles. All right, so next for the 54 Below Manhattan, we're gonna add our secret ingredient, and this is Grand Marnier. So this is what distinguishes our Manhattan from a regular Manhattan, because it gives it a nice orange zesty flavor. So we're gonna add 3/4 of an ounce of this as well.
It's obviously very popular because this bottle is well loved. It's well loved.
So we're just gonna throw that in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have another question for you, and this one is from Lindsay, and it's, what draws you to play certain characters?
I love a beautifully complex, sometimes surprising, strong character. I love getting to kind of delve into the layers of their psychology and really get to tell a beautiful story. I oftentimes, I've got a very soprano voice. And so sometimes those roles, the Golden Age era roles, are stereotyped as kind of these sweet ingenues that kind of float about and don't have a lot of agency. But I love getting to play them because I love finding sort of where they do get to make decisions, where they are strong, where they get to change their circumstances. And that, to me, is an amazing challenge.
Last but not least, the secret ingredient. So we're going to add some Angostura bitters. I'm very partial to Angostura bitters because this is made in Trinidad and Tobago, which is where I'm from.
Yay!
So we're gonna put 2 dashes. It makes everything taste better, I think so. I'm a little biased, but 2 dashes of bitters.
You always need a little bitter in here. Sweet.
We're gonna put some ice in our shakers. So before we do the final step, I do have another question for you. And this one is from Lindsay as well. So do you think the characters you play have commonality between them that makes you intrigued to play said roles?
Yes. So as a thank you, Lindsay, again, sort of a follow-up. I think they do. I think the commonality for me in all of the roles that I play, and this is going to sound obvious, is that they're humans. And I think that humans are fascinating and amazing. I happen to be a psychology major in undergrad in college, mostly because I was trying to find something else that I was interested in instead of just pursuing this career, but also because I was so interested in why humans human, right? Everyone has hopes and dreams and motivations and given circumstances, and everyone has parents and places they grew up, and I think that, you know, especially in these beautiful known roles, right? Playing Christine Daae, who people were very familiar with when I jumped in 30 years into the production. For me, it's finding really all of the truth of what makes her human, what makes her special, what makes her act the way that she does. And I just adore playing these women that really manage to triumph in their circumstances and helping to shed light on those things.
And let me just say that you do that with ease, and you do it so well, and I've enjoyed seeing you on stage.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, absolutely.
So always stir a Manhattan. You don't want to stir it too roughly because you don't want the ice to break, because you don't want the drink to get watered down. So one trick is to touch the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel that getting really cold, then you know it is ready to go. Voila.
Fab.
We're gonna take our strainers.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna put it like that, and you're gonna slide it a little bit to the front so the ice doesn't get in there.
Ooh. Yes. Beautiful.
And this is the 54 Below Manhattan. Before we drink, one more question.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. So this one is from Sam.
Mm-hmm.
As a fellow Pleasantville High School alum, what are your favorite memories of the spring musicals?
Oh my gosh, Pleasantville High School. Pleasantville. Hey, I grew up in Pleasantville, New York.
Represent.
It is, not large enough to be a town. It is, in fact, a village, the village of Pleasantville. And it is, in fact, quite pleasant and a lovely place to grow up. And part of what made it so lovely was that we had this amazing public high school musical theater program. I don't even know if you could call it that, but we had this incredible teacher, Dr. Renato Villatino, who always made us promise to give him all of the credit and 10%. And Doc was my mentor, was my first voice teacher, was my champion, came to every show that I did, got to see me on Broadway multiple times. But what was really amazing about doing the spring musicals was that Doc made sure that everyone knew that they were a critical part of the show. Everyone, you didn't have to audition to be in the ensemble, and he made sure that everyone was featured, that everyone knew that they were part of the team, and just that team mentality, I think, has been the thing that I've carried with me the most into my career.
All right, so let's put our lemon twist. We're gonna zest it.
Right.
And then we're gonna run it around the rim of the glass. And when you take a sip, you'll know why.
Yum.
And then I always like to make like a little flower or something, a little design. And then you drop it in there. Boom.
Boom.
It looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Delicious.
Woo. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Barside Chats. But do not forget to join Ali
on August 10th here at 54 Below, When You Wish Upon a Star. Hope to see you there.
I can't wait. I'll be there.
Yay!
Cheers.
Cheers.